Today, I'm gonna rank independent watchmakers, and I'm not doing that alone. I'm doing that with the king of independent watch brands, Marco, Switch Watch Gang.
What's up, guys? Let's do this.
This is the first ever independent watchmakers tier list. What is an independent watchmaker in 2 sentences?
Usually it's a one person or a small group of people making exceptional watches.
Mostly by hand with crazy design.
That's 6 sentences, mate. Can you just do that quicker?
They're just the best watches you can find on the internet.
Why is that the best? Why are they better than Rolex?
Because they're handmade with love, with passion, blood, sweat and tears. They take hours to make one pinion.
We're not talking about sweatshops in China, by the way. This time, please use 2 sentences. Introduce yourself.
My name is Mark, I'm the founder of Swiss Watch King.
Well, that's one sentence, mate. Can you do this in English?
My name is Mark Hill, the founder of Swiss Watch Gang. Link in description.
What is the gang thing? If I think about gang, I think about gang bang. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel now. Also subscribe to the Switch Watch Gang on Pornhub. We'll put the link.
For exclusive content.
Exclusive content, OnlyFans, link in the
And also,
description.
if you want to buy, sell or trade any watch,
PrideandPinion.com, ladies and
link in the
gentlemen.
description as well.
We sell everything from Casio to Rolex to Tech Heuer. Unfortunately, not many independents, but I would love to make that happen. Let's get stuck in the video. I've changed up the tier list a wee bit. We added different tiers. We replaced a few tiers. Best of the best, the dog's bollocks. Class, of course, says it all. Class, genuinely, I don't care. I just don't care. Yeah, good story, bro. I don't care. Insane, but Jesus, she's ugly. And then we have unacceptable. Like, just not acceptable. Like, what are you doing here? Just go away, find a different job. Like, I mean, stop working.
just be a carpenter or something.
Yeah, just do that, right? Yeah. It's not for you, mate. Just do something else. First brand, Akrivia. Akrivia is a brand, but the watchmaker is Ruthlessly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've met him, I've spent some time with him. He's a super nice guy, by the way. He's really swagger, he's really cool.
Yeah, very artisanal, chill guy, but makes exceptional watches. Came from nothing, so he fled, the family fled war from Kosovo back in the day, and then found place in Geneva, started watchmaking school, Patek Philippe, B&B concept, and then made his own brand. So
he worked for Patek Philippe?
He used to work, yeah.
He was the daddy at Patek Philippe?
Yeah.
Right, I'm not a big fan of the Akrivia stuff, like it's really like
the case or?
The case.
Yeah, the case.
Right, but Ruthlessly, unbelievable.
That's why he made his Ruthlessly watches, more classical.
The fun part of the Swiss watch industry is that every single one of these watch brands, watchmakers, started working at big brands like Patek Philippe, AP, before they ventured out on their own. Where would you rank Akrivia? And not the watchmaker Ruthlessly.
Do you know the issue is we have 2 people's opinions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and my opinion is the only one that counts. Go on.
So I would say class.
I really don't care. I genuinely don't. Akrivia, I don't care. I love his Ruthlessly, like the classic stuff.
I mean, I think Akrivia class, Ruthlessly, the dog's bollocks.
Brand number 1 goes into class because I all to say, and he's the king of independent watch brands.
Yeah.
So
Do you also want to rank Ruthlessly now?
oh, yeah, we'll do 2 in 1 go then.
Yeah. So
That's
Ruthlessly, dog's bollocks.
Ruthlessly is his own watch brand, same as Akrivia is also his own watch brand.
Different cases, complications and everything.
A complete different style of watch. Him as a watchmaker is absolutely insane. Dog's bollocks number 1. He will be in the history books. Anderson Geneva, tell me about that.
So Sven Anderson was actually the founder of the Academy, AHCI, so
Yeah.
Academy of Independent Watchmakers.
That's the foundation for independent watchmakers today.
In 85 already, huh? So if you think about it, some of these independents are young brands, 20, 25 years old, but Anderson started really early. It's like an incubator for startups, basically, you know?
An incubator. I've never used that word on this channel in my life. Could you just speak English? An incubator, right?
Like,
Feels like a sex toy.
Like a content house, you know, basically.
Like
for
a-
watchmakers.
We need to speak English here, YouTube English.
It's a company who helps smaller companies or individuals.
Yeah, and takes a large share of that. It's like Andrew Tate and the webcam
masterclass.
girls. That is the most important academy today.
For sure.
Serious.
Even young independent watchmakers who start today want to be part of that academy.
Really good story, bro.
Yeah.
How are his watches? Because if he started the academy, his watches need to be above anyone else. He wasn't the first with the erotica watches. Like, I mean,
This is early days, huh?
yeah.
So you push a button and the guy was doing his work, basically.
Yeah.
The bottom left, he was basically assembling a clock inside a bottle.
Very useful as well, by the way.
Very fun.
I love this more modern design.
Jump power guilloche dial and also
Yeah, the guilloche is mad.
super nice. Like,
Guilloche is a type of finish of a dial. It's an old school craft that's done by a big manual machine. with
That
some
basically
like
cuts in the
sweatshop
metal.
type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Having a guilloche finish on the dial often is outsourced. Like, for example, the production of cases being outsourced. I love that modern design. I think this is absolutely beautiful here as well.
Perpetual calendar.
Perpetual calendar. I think this is, I would love to own one. What is the price range?
One power is about, I think, 80, 90K.
Is that dollars or?
Dollars, yeah.
Dollars,
Yeah.
okay. I love it. Class.
Class.
I love it. Right, let's go and pick some, because it's a big list. Konstantin Chaiking. Sorry, mate. I don't really care.
Why? We're both wearing trikers.
Yeah, but like, I mean...
I care. I think it's f***ing the dog's bollocks. Did you know
No,
that?
you have no say in that.
Listen, at one point, Chaikin was the president of the academy, AHCI.
Yeah.
And he has the most patents in the watchmaking world. More than 95 patents.
I don't care. I'm like, we're wearing them because I think it's cool, but I really don't care. I've met Konstantin. He's actually a really nice. I met him twice.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
So he's going up the class?
No. Really important watch brand for me, Kronenfeld. The Dutch brothers that started, I don't know where they started their career, but their last job was at Audemars Piguet.
In the 90s, like many of these people here.
Yeah.
We spoke of it.
So they all, actually, funny enough, they all worked together back in
At
the day.
one point, most of the best ones here used to work at Renault Papy in the 90s. So the brothers actually worked on miniature repeaters.
I ordered the Kronenfeld chronograph.
Yeah, the chronograph.
The chronograph, one if not the most beautiful chronograph ever created, and I was struggling a wee bit for money, so I still need to figure out a way to pay for it.
But you should, it's a good watch.
Yeah, I love it, mate.
The dog's bollocks movement.
It is not a cheap watch, 130k.
I think 150 maybe, yeah.
Like I have a lot of expensive hobbies, like hookers and cocaine, and the rest of the money I actually wasted on other stuff. But I think they're the dog's bollocks, mate.
Same,
They're the
same.
dog's bollocks. 100%.
Remontoir, tourbillon, everything they do is nuts.
Unbelievable.
Love it.
Unbelievable.
Visually, mechanically.
Berneron, winner of the GPHG Awards. Sylvian, what he's done, I was introduced to Sylvian 2 years ago, and he had the drawings of the watch. Absolutely amazing. He sold out for the next 8 years. Worked for Breitling as the creative director for many years under George Kern. We were talking a couple of weeks ago, and he said, "Oh, I'm taking a really big risk. I'm opening up a big workshop." That's incredible. And I told him, you need to push yourself out of your comfort zone. This will bring you to the next level. You're already sold out for the next 8 years, and I still don't have my watch. For f***'s sake, Sylvian, where the f*** is my watch?
That's the spirit of the independent watchmakers usually. They basically risk it all, like entrepreneurs.
They risk it all. They put all their passion, their vision in a watch, even if it works or not or whatever. I think it's f***ing class. He's too young to be put into the dog's bollocks.
Yes.
He hasn't earned those stripes yet. Let me call him. Where the f*** is my watch? Just calling him on a Saturday morning. He doesn't answer.
No answer.
He ignored me. Sylvain, it's a missed opportunity. We could have plugged your brand. I would have put it. Answer. I would have put it in class, but now I put it on unacceptable. It's your own fault, mate, not mine. I just want to point out Carl Voutilainen, probably the best of the best.
Yes.
Best of the
Finnish
best.
watchmaker, legend.
I remember Watches and Wonders last year at 11:30 at night and some independent show in a basement of a building. There,
The
Carl
ACI.
Carl stands there behind his own wee cubicle, talking passionate about his watches. The guy is quite old. For me, that is passion. For me, that is the most important.
But if you think about it, the guy has probably 50 plus employees and still he goes to that booth behind that little screen and presents you the watches.
At 11:30 at night.
Yeah, that's the passion.
That is pure passion.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. Huh?
No, and his watches are sold out as well.
Started like 100K.
And he's trying to promote his brand. I'm going to put him in class.
Not the dog's bollocks.
That attitude belongs to dog's bollocks. Yeah, 100%. Armin Strom, I don't care. I just don't. Do you agree?
No.
I don't even.
But I made the list, so I would delete like all the lower 3 tiers basically.
Really important one for me, MB&F.
Yeah.
Max Buscher and friends. A really cool story is the importance of Max Buscher in the industry and how important he was and still is for independent watchmakers. He's the one that started the Opus series at Harry Winston. The Opus series is a series of watches that was basically used as a platform to showcase extreme talent. And the Opus 1 was made by a watchmaker called François Paul Jour. There's Opus 1 to 14 at the top of my head. Every Opus is made by a different watchmaker.
Exactly.
And the watchmaker's name is actually on the dial. He had to be the biggest talent of the game. And Max Buscher set that up with Harry Winston.
In 2001. And actually some of those watchmakers now are independent, which we have on the list here.
Yeah.
So FP Journe, Antoine Prezioso, Christophe Carré.
But anyway, MB&F, Max Busser and friends. I know Max very much personally. A funny bit is their insane perpetual calendar with the balance wheel on top of the dial was engineered by Stephen McDonald. That's a watchmaker that comes from Northern Ireland, is specifically Carrickfergus. MB&F for me is the dog's bollocks because of the importance of Max Busser. 100%. He's also a person I kind of know, so I kind of don't want to piss him off.
Super nice guy.
Max Busser and MB&F is the dog's bollocks. And thank you for everything you've done for this industry, Max. DB2, I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't really care that much. Moritz Grossman, I really don't care. Antoine Prezioso, unacceptable. No, insane but ugly. No, insane but ugly. David Kondo, sorry, I had the pleasure to meet him. He was a super nice guy, but I don't really care.
Great watches.
Like, there's so many things I want to talk about, but not that one. Viot.
Jean-Baptiste Viot, great guy.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't, sorry.
It's super niche.
Yeah, it's really like, sure. They make like 6 watches,
5 to 10 probably, maybe a year.
I just don't care. It's just not making me hard. It is what it is. Marco Long. Where would you put Marco Long?
Class. Today class.
Why? What is the story?
Just look at the watch. You basically unhinge the lugs, flip it around and have a different watch.
Talk to me about him.
So Marco Lang co-founded the company Lang & Heine, which you also have here. He's in Dresden, great watchmaker, also
German.
part of the academy. German, exactly.
Das ist deutsche Kundigkeit!
Ja, deutsche Meisterkraft.
Das ist Meisterkraft!
It just looks beautiful. You have like a very tame, dressy watch on the front. You flip it around, you have a different, mentally sick watch.
Why the hell would I buy an Elan & Söhne? If I can buy that?
There's no reasons.
No, there's no reason.
And for 50k. What do you get for 50k at Lange? A Lange 1 probably?
Mate, you get
with the
for 50k you get in the ass. The only reason why I don't put it in the bollocks category because he's German and as a Dutch native, I cannot accept that. Schade Deutschland, alles ist vorbei, alles ist vorbei, alles ist vorbei. You Germans. Class. Mika Elita, unique timepieces. I know the passion, I know the complexity, I understand.
Beautiful clockmaking.
Yeah, unbelievable. I don't care. It is what it is. Actually, if I look at this piece, and I'm going to be very, very honest, it's insane, but it's ugly. Ovion, where are they from? Barcelona, Spanish.
The cases and dials are made in Germany, so probably not a good thing for you.
Unacceptable. Spanish and watchmaking is just no.
Yeah. So the number 6 watch just won the GPAG Challenge Award, below 3k Swiss francs. Super sold out again for thousands of years, 2.5 retail, and then now it's at 6-7. Inspired by industrial design, as you see. So double retrograde hands. I see you don't care. I feel like I own these brands, you're just selling it to Nico.
I just don't care.
Just put it in the don't care category, I see it.
Don't care.
I see it, yeah.
Pieterman Bedat. Unbelievable chronograph.
Yeah. It's like the chronograph almost.
Yes, it is.
It's in the same visual.
It is insane, that watch.
Insane.
Right, I do care about that.
I think it's a 37mm watch as well, huh?
Yeah, but it's a wee bit too small for me. But I absolutely love it. Did he win last year? Yeah,
yes,
he did.
Yes.
Yeah, he won a GPHG awards. For those who don't know what a GPHG awards are, don't worry, nobody does, because the foundation behind it is not very good in promoting what they actually do. It's like the Oscars for watches, but who gives a because nobody knows. Basically, the industry leaders coming together and fingering themselves. I want best for our industry, and the way this is going, this is not the right direction.
Yeah, and this year was even worse than last year, to be honest.
And he never says anything bad.
Yeah.
I want change, and I would love to help. And if I don't see change in the next 12 months, I will personally get a really good group of people together that have changed the industry prior to that to do it ourselves. Very important interruption, because IFL dropped a brand spanking new watch. This is the IFL Tissot PRX Popeye. And it is the absolute bollocks. Every single watch is hand painted. So there's 150 of these being made. And every single one of them is unique. I absolutely love it. Make sure you do not miss out, because like I said, there's only 150 pieces produced. First link in the description. And of course, a big thank you to IFL Watches for supporting me for so many years on this journey called YouTube. Back to the studio now. Serpeneva, I really don't care. This is a watch you wear when you're 12. FK, Fiona, she's Scottish. She studied in Lausanne.
Yeah, she's excellent.
I would say more a designer than a watchmaker.
For sure.
I don't know Fiona personally. I've never met her. I think what she does is quite cool, to be honest.
Yes.
I really love the fact she's Scottish, so I'm biased. I love the fact she's a woman.
That's
me being sexist.
I can name you.
But there's a woman that is leading a watch brand, a design, which I like really very much.
It's cool stuff.
It's cool stuff. It's insane but ugly. Yeah, true. Yeah. It's insane. But not all their stuff is ugly. I like the
I love
fracture.
the skulls.
Urwerk, I will put that in class. I love it. Resins, I'm putting them in class. I'm a big fan. Habring is responsible, was it for the split-second chronograph
Yes,
at
IWC, exactly.
IWC, yes.
But the watches are on the principle of using as little components as possible to create complications.
Yeah, and that's where the IWC split-second chronograph was quite
Same
unique.
principle like Ludwig Erskine.
Yeah.
That made the freak.
Habring class. Gribble 4C class. I'm just going to go through some mainstream stuff that a lot of people already know. Christopher Claret, I don't care.
Legendary watchmaker.
Yeah, I know, I don't care.
The movements are the dog's bollocks. The watches are class. The person, I don't care about him anymore. So I would split Claret in 3 categories. Unacceptable because he had a great brand and now it just ruined this
unacceptable.
whole thing.
Vianney Halter, one of the Opus watches was made by Vianney Halter.
The Opus 3,
My least favorite one.
the most complex Opus of them all.
Yeah, my least favorite one. Insane but ugly.
Sure.
Offre, I love that.
Yeah.
Why do I love that so much?
So he won the FP Journe Young Watchmakers Award. Him and Remy Kool's in the same year.
Oh mate, that is class. I love that. Sylvian Pinot. I love the bezel. I think design-wise it's on point. Yeah, it's really nice. But
Balance on the front, very, very balanced.
what is the
design.
price point of that?
This is, I think, 70.
A lot of money,
Approximately
isn't it?
70, yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah, but also, again, hand-polished, handmade screws.
Yeah, I like
It's
it.
class. Visually, it's class.
Simon Brett. Honestly, my favorite watch of last year. I want that. I really want that watch. Absolutely beautiful.
Again, sold out for the next, I don't know, 8 to 10 years or something.
I would give him. I'm not going to put him in dog's bollocks.
Not yet. He's just started.
He's young. He's young. See what I mean?
He came from MBNF, actually. Huh?
Remy Coles. Philippe Dufour is a wee bit of a rebel. He is such a character, and what an incredible watchmaker he is.
Philippe was making also Grand and Petit Sonneries at AP.
Yeah.
So you see AP in the 80s, 90s.
Basically, what we see here is the past of AP. It's what
More
we
or
see.
less, yeah.
Yeah,
More or
and
less.
like we see the past of AP,
Which was
Patek, all the
phenomenal,
big
yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
Philippe Dufour, a very important watchmaker.
Yeah.
I would put that in the dog's bollocks category.
bollocks.
Like this is really positive tier list, to be honest. Well, we'll change that. I'll put FP Journe in unacceptable. Peterman there, I saw it. That's class. Vincent Calabrese, I don't care.
Andre Berkus, Czech guy. If you want a custom watch, what we spoke about at the beginning, these are the only people who can make it today.
That's disgusting.
Tourbillon androgyne.
No, this is no
Unacceptable.
unacceptable.
You see the lower one is a mini repeater. It opens like an opera house.
Yeah, good story, bro. No, Manufacture Royale goes in the unacceptable category. There you go. Lederer, timeless innovation. I really like the layout. I really like this. I really like this. I'm sorry. What is the price point of that?
I think a lot, huh? 200 probably.
Right, that is retarded. No, it's not acceptable.
Langenheine.
No, I don't care.
Unacceptable.
I don't care. Sorry, man.
Lane.
Lane finish.
Worked at Lange & Söhne and Kari Voutilainen. Watch is about 8 to 12k. For this price point, bro, it's cool.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Hand finished, guilloche dials, meteorite dials.
Right,
dollars.
I'm gonna put Lane in the class category. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
That's proper value for money
Yeah,
there.
that's what I mean.
Kudoka, German again. Did they win the
Yeah.
GPSG awards?
Both of those watches, basically the
I
middle
really-
one and the other one on the
I
right.
really like that day and night indicator.
Yeah, it's
I love
hand
it.
engraved as well.
100%
Class.
Class. I hate that logo. Crayon. Where's that from? Crayon.
Swiss as well, Neuchâtel. Yeah.
Neuchâtel. I don't know anything about crayon.
So he's a great watchmaker. So the lower watch is actually called Everywhere.
Yeah.
The up one, Anywhere. So actually it shows you the night and day progress on the location you live in.
I like the fact that
It's mechanically sick. And the finishing on the upper watch, which is called Anywhere, the edge of the movement is basically
look at this, the Côte de Genève.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Look at that.
Gorgeous.
That's lovely. Côte de Genève is a type of finish on the movement, all made by hand. It's very similar to guilloche. This is getting too
class.
positive, this video,
much.
mate. What do you call this?
Kikuchi Nakagawa.
Kikuchi
20K.
Nakagawa.
20k micro rotor K movement inside from Vaucher, the same company that makes Richemille movements.
Oh, mate, that's
Yeah,
beautiful. What is
20k.
it?
Ed Sheeran owns one, I think.
Oh, mate, it's beautiful, mate.
It's class.
Like, what the is going on there? Everything is class.
as fuck,
It's just
yeah.
doing my tits in now. I've never heard of these guys. Talk to me.
So they're one of the first people that make cases with 3D technology. So basically the cases are made out of 3D. very sculptural. Like
3D technology. What does that
3D
mean?
machines. You know the 3D printers?
Yeah.
Same process is made to make these cases. So they put in the things in the computer, and then the printer makes the case.
How can I put this anywhere? I've never seen this, never heard of this. So I cannot put this on a tier list. So you need to put it on tier list. Where would you put this?
I would say class.
Next, Holy Mom. No, I don't really give a
You know the funny thing is here. This might piss you off. Actually, the lower watch
Yeah?
is the same as the upper watch, just as a black screen on top of it, so you don't see actually nothing. it's like an art piece. So it has a tourbillon which you don't see, basically.
No, it's just,
That's
I don't
acceptable.
care. Hold on, I don't care. Sorry, mate. I don't. Sorry. This is what it is.
You know Corona Tokyo?
Yes.
Oh, he made that brand, but he started with this one. Again, super.
This is a high frequency.
This is the chronograph movement actually, the lower one. That's the case spec of it. Again, he makes like one watch a month, a year maybe of this.
If you put this watch in the shop for 10K, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy this. GOS, watch from Sweden.
Garrick.
Garrick. British watch brand.
I think it's class.
Why?
Good looking watches for a good price point, huh?
How much is it, Garrick?
The top watch is about 16K. The lower one is about, I think, 8 to 12.
And these are fully handmade. F that, unacceptable. I'm not
Again,
interested in that.
handmade comes with a price, huh?
Recepi's brother,
Jevdet.
Jevdet.
Yeah, used to work for Recep, then he ventured out on his own, made a 3D rendering online and sold out the whole watch about, I think.
Class.
Yeah, class.
I want to support him. FVF,
Frank Villa.
Frank Villa.
He used to have a very successful brand, he sold it, he made not this.
Which brand did he have?
Frank Villa, same.
Frank Villa.
Yeah, same.
I'm not really that much interested, to be honest. I don't care. Ferdinand Berthoud, I'm a fan.
I film a lot of watches every year.
Yeah?
And from a quality and how clean it is perspective, Berthoud is for me in the top 3 so far. No oil stains, no scratches on the screws, nothing. But also comes with a price. Huh? So 150 to 100K watches. But it's very important watchmaker like Breguet style, Berthoud, 17, you know. Chopard revived the brand basically.
So Chopard revived and saved this watch brand and brought it to where it is today.
Exactly. And they're striving, huh?
I wish we should put a different category in, to be honest. There should be, like, I can't keep everything in putting in class, to be honest. Philippe Pilokik.
Used to work for Kudoke and Lange & Heine.
Yeah,
Skeleton watches.
don't care. Daniel Roth, who's, by the way, now bought, the brand Daniel Roth is bought by the LVMH group.
Exactly.
Which is an incredible move because Daniel Roth will now be here and will be in the world of watches forever.
The name will live on. That's why LVMH also bought the Gerald Genta brand.
Exactly.
They're slowly reviving and bringing out new models.
But Daniel Roth is absolutely insane.
It's the dog's bollocks.
However, they're not independent anymore, so I don't know why you put that in.
Because he also makes his own new watches.
Yes,
though.
but that brand, it's a different name. Daniel Nicholas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why didn't you put that in?
I put it in the pictures.
Yeah, but that is not important.
Daniel Roth was very important in the 80s. He revived basically with the Chaumet brothers, Breguet's most iconic watches today. The tourbillon perpetual calendar and also the chronograph they used. And then he made his own watches under the Daniel Roth name. Again, like the same story goes on and on, like with the Audemars Piguet no Papi stuff, you know.
If Daniel Roth didn't do what he did, we wouldn't have the industry, the independent part.
Yeah, and
today.
God knows where Breguet would be, huh?
Except,
if even.
No, Breguet is dead now nearly anyway,
But still, maybe he wouldn't even come to this watch group, let's say. As a person, as a watchmaker, definitely one of the best.
Daniel Roth is in the fucking dog's bollocks category for sure. George Daniels doesn't need any introduction.
No.
He was a mechanic,
Yeah.
started watchmaking at the age of 55 on the top of my head. Moved to the Isle of Man, started making watches. He invented several different escapements, including one which changed the industry forever and for me gave him the title as the best watchmaker ever.
The coaxial escapement, which
coaxial
Omega
escapement.
bought from him.
Yeah, and he pitched it to Rolex first. Well,
So,
Rolex said, I don't
Good
need
job. And actually, many watchmakers read Daniels' book on how to make a watch and then do it.
So his stamp on the industry is
Massive.
He changed the watch world forever, and George Daniels therefore goes into the bollocks
He
category.
almost should have his own category.
Yeah, the George Daniels.
Yeah.
There's a documentary on Amazon called The Watchmaker. I actually want to make a proper Yes Theory YouTube video
that'll be
in
sick.
the Isle of Man
That'll be sick.
about this,
That'll be
about
sick.
Roger Smith and about George Daniels. Roger Smith as well goes in the bollocks category.
sure.
Charles Frodsham, I can't even pronounce it.
Charles Frodsham.
A British watch brand, a very old watch brand, I believe 1800 something. Very, very old history. Nobody knows about it. They produce 5, 6, 7 watches a year. There's nothing that really makes me hard, so this is gonna be, I don't care. Anton Suhano, no offense, but I don't care. What is this? What is this red thing?
Logan Quan Rao, Chinese watchmaker, young guy. So he made a whole plate on the first watch called the Orca. on the bottom with the orca, basically whale. And the other one is called the iceberg. Again, he makes his own movements himself. And the lower one is actually about 30K, the upper one is about $50,000. So Chinese watchmaking is very big and not always trash. Like
I have never heard of this.
yeah, because he makes like 10 watches a year maybe.
I can't put this anywhere. Well, I don't know. I just like, I'm learning a lot today, and I hope you too, because I'm seeing things I've never seen before, and I really, really enjoy that. I personally don't care at the moment,
Yeah.
but I would like to care in the near
you should,
future.
you should.
So I'm gonna look
go.
at it in the near future.
I'll send you some links.
Okay, good. Andreas Sterler, insane but ugly. The Atelier de Chronometrie in Barcelona. I love this real Patek chronograph, split-second chronograph idea. This is my style. This is how I really like that.
I thought it's gonna speak to you because they're inspired by vintage Patek watches. You see?
Oh yeah, and that's what I love so much. So this is really cool to see. What is the price point of Atelier de
I
Chronometrie?
think the one on the top should be about 75. The lower one as well. The middle is probably
Yeah, that-
150, 200. I'm not sure.
That's retarded money.
Yeah.
You lost me at the price point. That's not good enough. Don't care. Dominique Renault, really important.
Yeah, so Renault was one of the co-founders of Renault and Papy, the manufacturer who made movements for Audemars Piguet and other brands back in the
And
90s.
Audemars Piguet bought
then
Renault and Papy.
Yes. Renault actually then left the company, made his own thing again, hence
Yeah.
the other brands you see on
Dominique Renault, and I must say this is beautiful.
Yeah, and this on the top, there's a collaboration with a young watchmaker in his 30s now,
Yeah.
Julien Tixier, and Renault made a watch together, which is the Tixier, Renault Tixier watch now, which is just beautiful. I think the dial is a bit boring for me.
No, I like that sunburst style. I like
No, I
clean.
think
I
it's-
like
I think it's
effective.
grand.
Well, past glory doesn't mean future success. However, I think this is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't know what this stuff is. Not my cup of tea. But I am gonna put this because of his importance and his impact on the dog's bollocks. Kees Engelbart sounds Dutch.
Sounds Dutch. It is
Unique
Dutch.
hand of watches from Geneva.
So this is the only guy who probably uses like etching lasers to create these dials. I mean, you see how they look. He's very known for engraving watches. He engraved watches for Jaeger-LeCoultre,
Yeah.
the skeleton platinum piece back in the day as well.
This is just a matter of taste. We don't share the same taste. Sorry, it is what it is. Insane, but it's ugly.
Okay.
But it is insane, positive insane.
Nuts, not designs.
Masahiro,
Kikuno.
I don't really care. You just showed me a watch. Put that square watch on the screen, Johnny, because honestly, what I'm looking in the watch is more than just telling the time. And of course, having a unique design, it's really cool, right? But it needs to stay within my comfort zone. And all those weird machines, I really respect and enjoy the engineering of it, but I wouldn't wear that square thing. I just wouldn't. It is what it is. And many of those watches I just wouldn't wear.
Yeah.
But so many of the independent watch brands here, this is the start for them, right? And some of them started 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And I'm really excited to see the shift in our industry where independent watch brands are growing and growing, and the establishment, the conglomerates like the Swatch Group, like Richemont, they're gonna be struggling. These guys are gonna be so popular. Appreciate you coming down. Now f off. Go
Pleasure,
back to your bollocks. Independent watch brands, independent watchmakers. I expect you to support them because they deserve it.